Hi, I'm LP Master 6, and welcome to Wario Land 2 with a Roman numeral, making it unpleasant for cataloging purposes and inconsistent because later entries in the series do not use Roman numerals. In Japan, this game is known as Wario Land 2 The Stolen Treasure, without the Roman numeral. This was released in 1998 for both the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color, even though the Game Boy version was not released in Japan, even though it most likely was completed or nearly completed. Only the Game Boy Color version came out in Japan for whatever reason, which causes some weird inconsistencies. But they're really not a big deal. We'll get into that when I run out of important things to say about the game later. This is a pretty fun game. This is a fine game, all the bitching about Roman numerals aside, because that's not really important. Okay, we get a little story intro instead of a gameplay demo there. But I'm skipping it because we're about to get the story anyway, once I hit new game. Of course, you get it in like a little grayscale if you let it play from the title screen. But the game completely ignores Virtual Boy Wario Land. Nintendo is committing Virtual Boy erasure from the annals of history. This is a direct sequel to the first game. But don't discredit Virtual Boy Wario Land. It is quite good. And I would consider it part of the main Wario Land series. But that's not really important. We're not going to be referencing it much, if any at all, throughout this game. But Wario canonically gets the castle ending from Wario Land 1. I guess you could consider this Super Mario Land 4. But nobody's ever called it that. Mario is not referenced in this game at all. This is just Wario. So, only Wario Land related characters. Only new characters and characters from the last game that are not Mario or Peach. So we are officially detached from the Super Mario series now. I don't know if anybody would ever consider this to be part of the Super Mario series, but we'll talk about mainline Mario series classifications another time. As we can see, the Black Sugar Gang, not the Brown Sugar Pirates as they were referred to in a cool way in the first game. The Black Sugar Gang has stolen our treasure, turned on the faucets to flood our castle, and set up an annoying alarm clock. So, we're gonna go explore! This game's pretty similar to the first game, as you can probably guess. Oh, especially musically. This score is wonderful. I forgot the composer's name. I'll put it on screen right now, actually. But she is just a genius. You'd think this was composed by the same person who did the first game, but it is not. Alright. Now, just like any Wario game, you want as many coins as you can possibly get. It's not quite as important, for the same reasons, at least, as it was in the last game. But I would still consider it pretty important. I'd say for just getting through the game and completing it, regardless of ending, because coins don't affect your ending. They affect what you can get in the game, essentially. They affect completion. So I'd argue they're quite a bit more important now. Alright, we got a lot of things to go over here. As you can see, there's no time limit. The game's a lot less linear. Yeah, I would say it's a lot less linear. But at the same time, I don't know. Okay, can I not pick you up? Oh. Hello. Yeah, the first level here. First of all, just has that annoying-ass alarm clock everywhere. Why can't I pick you guys up? I'm really confused. Here's a fun fact. This is the first game where Wario wears short sleeves. You can get a ton of coins in this level. But we don't have a world map this time around, exactly. We are just going. There are secret exits and alternate endings to the game. That's the appeal. It has quite a bit of replayability, I guess you'd call it. We'll get more on that once we beat the main course of the game. My first time through the game, which I've only completed the game once, but I didn't find a single secret exit. I had to go back for them. And it might sound really annoying to complete the game if you have to just do it over and over. All the same stuff, and you think, oh, if I miss a treasure, which there's a treasure in every single level, then that sounds obnoxious. I'm not going to be able to beat the game that way. Hold up. Hold up. No, I think that's the way to go. We don't want to go the way to go. I want to fully explore everywhere. Okay, I don't think this is the way to go. But we have already missed a secret exit in the game. I mean, I'll get to that when we do another run-through. Now, you don't have to play any of the same levels over and over. So that's what I mean by it's not obnoxious. It's not like you have to start the game from scratch and play most of the game again. You know, like if you're, I don't know, just starting a game from scratch. It's not like that, exactly. The game does save your progress. And as a matter of fact, well, we'll explain that in a minute. Let's press the start button for help. There are two major mini-games in Wario Land 2. Now, oh, okay, we can press A to advance the text here. Now, for this game, you pay coins. The amount of coins depends on your difficulty you select. When the key appears, 8 panels will rotate. Essentially, it gives you what panel you need. They flip over for a second. The time they're flipped over is determined by the difficulty level you set. I always try to go for normal. I can sometimes do it on hard. Let's see. I think I'm just going to go for normal. Because, I mean, easy is 200 coins. We only have 272. But this is what your coins are used for. They're used for mini-games required to get the treasure. Alright, we're looking for this seahorse kind of guy. Okay. Ooh, top right. When I was playing through this game, I had my wife and my friend David, because he was coming over a lot to paint in the shop on our property that we never use. I would have them watch one half of the screen while I watch the other half of the screen. Or if it were all three of us, we would tag team it and take different sections. But, yeah, if you're near somebody when you're playing that minigame, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. We still lost sometimes, though, with 2 people. Because that can be pretty hard, because your eye can't really... My eye, I feel like most people can't look at 8 places at once in that short span of time. Alright. But as you can see, we're quickly making those coins back up. I don't know which way is the way to go here. But I can finally show this off. That is how you get through those. These are the pirate gooms. You know, we don't see any... What is it? They're called wandering gooms, right? From the first game. Yeah, they're not here. Some of the enemies come back, but just the regular useless gooms who can't do damage, they do not come back at all. Alright. I gotta pause because there was... I don't know if you could hear that a second ago. Like 30 seconds ago, there was a major cat fight going on outside my door. Okay, guys, we are now joined by Albert. Oh, this guy's name is Punch, I think. Put it on the screen if it's not Punch. It might be Punchy. But, we are joined by Albert, a.k.a. Bertus. In fact, last time I recorded that the first Wrecking Crew fan level video, I had 2 cats in here, which is very rare, because normally they destroy all my stuff. We are still on the first stage. This is insane. Like, you can pretty much fly through this game with no problem. But if you really want to go out of your way for stuff like coins, you can very easily do it. Oh, these guys get on my nerves, though. Oh, okay. If you hear that music, that means there is something on the screen that if you deal with it, or even if it's just an end-of-level door, depends on the level exactly. Yeah, that music means that that's the end of the stage, essentially. So if you're going for a secret exit, or just wanting to go back and explore, you haven't found the treasure, because remember, there's one treasure every level, And yes, enemies and the coins you get from defeating them do respawn every time you leave and enter a room. God damn it. You'll notice, Wario has not taken any damage. That's because he can't. Anytime you get hit, you just lose coins and get severe knockback. They took the life system entirely out of this game. Wario cannot die and is invincible. That was kind of used as a marketing tactic on the back of the box and in the manual and stuff. And yes, we get a Viking helmet. I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to Bull Wario from Wario Land 1 and Virtual Boy. But we have our second of two major minigames here. Each panel cost 50 coins. Oh, I forgot I have to advance it myself. Press A to draw again. Okay, so he keeps pressing A, but pressing B will let him answer, because you can pretty much tell what number this is. Now, this is pretty easy to figure out. You just gotta keep going until you can boil it down. Otherwise, you miss the treasure completely, and you don't want to do that. Because it's not like we have a level select. Alright, that could be... Let's see. Okay, I'll draw this out quite a bit for the sake of teaching you guys how to do this. Now, because that's in the lower left corner, that could be a 0, a 2. That can't be a 3 because it's going up, and the 3 is just straight left. Same with a 5. So this could be a 0, 2, 6, or 8. It can't be a 9 for the same reasons as it can't be a 3 or a 5. So we're going to draw again. Okay. It ends over there, meaning I'm pretty sure that's definitely a 2. Okay, it can be a 0 because the one on the right does not go up. 2. Yep, it's not a 5, and it's not a 9. Oh, it could be a... No, that can't be a 6. Duh. Alright, we're going to go with 2. There you go. Now, you could play it safe and draw more panels just to be sure, but why? I don't want to do that. I want to save as many coins as possible. Not that I'll ever run low at all, but just so I can afford to get lazier toward the end of the game when I get frustrated, because you better believe this game's biggest design flaw is the fact that Wario can't die. In fact, it gets obnoxious. Because the way that they decided to design the game is not through a regular, like, death system and, oh, you gotta replay the level, or, oh, don't worry, you had a power-up so you were prepared. Nope. That's not here. Okay, the reason I will struggle to control the game sometimes is because you can press up at all times to change Wario's jump. I think it was that way in the other games too, right? But, just pressing to the right and jumping is not something I'm going to do very often, but you do have to do it to clear some gaps. Okay, is there anything back here? No. Sometimes a wall is just a wall. Okay. But their way of designing around the fact that you're invincible is making Wario inconvenienced, mostly through the way of knockback. So you'll just be replaying the same section over and over, and it will just be wasting your time. A lot of people think this is one of the greatest platformers ever. I don't know how they can see past this glaring issue. It's still a fun game, but my god, some points are just too frustrating. It's impossibly painful. Ooh. But, you know, we're early on in the game. Chapter 1, we don't have to worry about too much. Okay, what is... You know what? We're not going to deal with over there. I think that's just going to be cool. Oh, well, we haven't gotten the treasure yet. So that could be the treasure. Alright. Ooh, I really got to get used to these controls. It was only a couple months ago. Yeah, it was about 2 months ago that I actually played through this game for the very first time. This was the only game in the Wario Land series I had not played until I practiced it for the channel. Okay, that's not how you do it. Have I screwed myself out of being able to get over there or something? Maybe. Oh well, I'm just not going to worry about it. Hold up. Oh no, that's... Never mind. Alright, can you please? Wait, is this the way forward? Oh no, this is the treasure. Okay. Well great, we don't have to worry about anything else. Unless... See, I'm going to choose normal. I'm going to risk it. If we fail, though, we don't have enough coins to even try hard. Alright, Monsters, Inc. That's what I call this guy. Monsters, Inc. Okay, I think this was him. Oh, thank God. Oh, it is so annoying when you have to redo the minigame. Even if you have enough coins, because it just wastes 10 seconds of your time. Okay, oh, Albert is hyper. This will not do. I don't know why they're always hyper when I'm recording. But at least he's not attacking the cords like the cats usually do, so I'm grateful. He's just attacking my closet door. See, he gets attacked a lot by the other cats, and he doesn't stand up for himself. So they get really annoyed with him and actually don't like him because he doesn't stick up for himself. He doesn't play fight. He's just kind of a little bitch. So, the only way he gets playtime, because he refuses to play with toys, he likes to attack the ground and invisible objects. So, we encourage that whenever possible. Put this guy's name on the screen! That's right, we can't do anything with him. Here's what you actually have to do, in case you couldn't have guessed. But for a simple Game Boy platformer, this is pretty in-depth, mechanically. There's a lot of stuff you can do in this game. This is a very carefully designed game. It's just, I don't know how the playtesters didn't get extremely pissed off. Yeah, we'll go ahead and end the stage. Why not? Okay. Thank you. See, that's an instance where you have to hold up. I feel like most cases you have to hold up. Alright, ooh. Right, how do we get... Okay, just like that. Cool. There we go. 165 coins on top of spending 100 on the treasure. Hello? Oh, okay. Okay. We're good. Alright. We just turn the faucet back with our shoulder bash. I love that. I love that move so much. So much utility. But as you can see, this is already turning out to be a very weird game. But it's cool that we actually have an objective, a specific objective for every single platformer level, which is very rare. Okay. Alright. Now, this could be a 0, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. So that's not helpful at all. This could be a... This could be a 3. A 7. And I think that's it. I think this can only be a 3 or a 7. Right? No, that goes all the way through. Unless it... That's just where the 3 ends. I'm gonna go with 3. Oh, am I gonna regret that? Yeah, these are our only choices, right? Let me make double sure. It's obviously not a 0, a 1, a 2, a 4. Can't be a 5, can't be a 6. Okay. Yep, I'm going for it. It has to be a 3. Oh, thank God. Oh, I'm just so paranoid because not getting it right sucks. Because you have this empty slot in the picture just for the whole rest of the game until you can get back to this level. Which, again, it's not as annoying as you'd think, but I don't want to get too much into it right now.